Hey, this is Eric with Expiring Music Writer YouTube channel. Please check it out. Subscribe, like, comment, dislike, argue. No, please don't do that. Not much for arguing. But suggest I do album reviews, show reviews, which I'm about to do, jokes, and just different things. But last Friday, it would have been the 27th, I think, of May. I went to King's Live in Conway, Arkansas, and watched one of my favorite local bands, or bands in general, but local bands, DeFrance. I met DeFrance back in 2018 or 19. When I was trying to get into the music business or do reviews for bands. They were one of the first ones that let me do it, and we became really good friends with all the band members. Some of them are gone now. There's different ones, but still a great ass rock and roll band. But if you have a chance, check them out. DeFrance, DeFrance band. They've got 3 albums out. I can't remember what the first one's called. It came out in 2015. Then Second Wind, and the third one, I'm not remember what that name is either, but it's a cowboy themed thing. But anyways, kind of like an Eagles, Graham Parsons themed album. There's songs there like Lights Down Low and Boulder and Rock and Roll and Weed and Company. But anyways, I went and seen them. It'd been a long time because of the COVID that I'd seen them live. They used to come to Dardanelle, Arkansas, but hadn't in a while. And they're about to go on their West Coast tour. So check them out. They'll be out in Yuma, Arizona on the 4th of June. They'll be at the legendary Whiskey A Go Go, opening for the legendary Quiet Riot. I'd love to go. I wish I could go. And then they'll be in Pioneer, at the Pioneer Saloon in Nevada. And then out in Las Vegas and Colorado. They've got, and then they'll do, I don't know how many dates they've got. They got a lot. And then back in July, they'll be home, or Little Rock, or Hot Springs, and open up for Vanilla Ice for the second time. I actually would love to interview Vanilla Ice. I need to interview DeFrance too. But since I've seen them last, there's been a couple members change. The current lineup right now is Charlie Askew on piano and lead vocals. If you don't know who Charlie is, look him up on season 12 of American Idol. He auditioned with Breakthrough by Queen and a Nat King Cole song. But he's a great, great singer. Really high like Axl Rose. He's about the highest singer that I know personally. Or not, but like he can get really high up on the octaves. Great. But that night, they did like a hometown show before they did their West Coast tour. But Charlie Askew's on is the lead vocals and piano. But check him out on American Idol. I also got a video of him doing solo, and he does Tiny Dancer by Elton John, Going to California, Led Zeppelin, and what was that? Overjoyed by Stevie Wonder. He's a great artist. And then there's Connor Roach on bass and vocals. He sang one song that I know of, maybe 2, at King's Live in Conway. Great venue, little venue in Conway, Arkansas. Check it out if you're ever there. I mean, it's in the middle of downtown Conway. They did Slow Ride, and I can't remember what else he sang. But usually Connor sings Slow Ride. And there's another Fall Cat song he does. I can't remember what song it is, but and then Drew DeFrance was the lead singer. He still sings, but he's lead guitar. And the newest members is Wes Jeans. He's on lead guitar and vocals too. He's more bluesy. Check him out too. He's got his own thing, and I don't know if he's got his band now or not. I know he did, but he's more blues. His solo stuff is blues. They did, or he sang Champagne and Reefer by the Great Muddy Waters. And then on drums is Xavier Ackland. I don't know if I'm saying that right, so don't quote me. Great drummer. But that night, like I said, it'd been a while since I'd seen them. And I didn't know if I was going to be able to go because of gas prices right now. Because I live almost 2 hours away from Conway. But I was lucky enough to go before they went on their West Coast tour. But there's a few people there. I mean, for a Friday night, yeah. But a really great venue too. They got a lot of memorabilia on the walls of the King's Live. And I like to ate something there and reviewed it, but I didn't have enough money for gas and food. But like I said, if you've never heard my name, I'm a expiring music writer. Is my channel, but also I review albums, shows, talk about music, write lyrics, do jokes, a little bit of everything. Tonight I'm just drinking some water. And I got a little hot. You can see that little sweat stain. I didn't realize that. But I was out playing fetch with my two dogs. I got a Australian Shepherd mix I named Yoda after Star Wars. And it's got a new puppy. It's Husky and Great Pyrenees mix. I've named Yukon. So, but I try to get out and play fetch with my dogs. Well, Yukon's still little. He's only 5 weeks old. But Yoda's 5-6 months old. So, great fetcher. I guess it's just that herding instinct. I don't know. He's a mixed breed. He's Australian Shepherd, and they told me like Pekingese or something. But he's really smart. First time I ever played fetch with this dog, he was about 3 or 4 months old, and he knew what to do. I didn't have to teach him nothing. Now we're working on sitting. He's getting pretty good. I got to get him some treats though. And I've got this thing on my Facebook. Also, if you have Facebook and you want to see my lyrics that I write and other stuff, like I take still shots too of all the concerts I see. I'm a regular concert goer. Check out Eric Stone, EricStone, on Facebook. That's my page. I did have another separate Facebook for it, but it got too complicated, and a buddy of mine named JT Hubbard, he's a guy in a Red Dirt country band out in Oklahoma, said you ought to just get a page and do all your that from there instead of having, two separate Facebook accounts. So Eric Stone, there's a picture of me. It has a Reed Southall hat, like the old design, like trucker hats from like the 80s, I think. And it's green and yellow. It says Reed Southall Band on it. And then on the cover, there's a picture of Ray Wiley Hubbard that I took at a concert. So feel free to check that out too. Comment, like I said before. Anyways, like I said, I can't remember all the songs I did. I didn't take or write down every song they did. I did take a few videos. There's about 4 or 5 videos I took, so check them out. Just DeFrance at King's Live in Conway, Arkansas. Like I said, I did get a video of Wes Jeans singing Champagne and Reefer by Muddy Waters. But some of the songs they do a lot of original music, which I love. I like cover bands, but I'd rather listen to original music. And they're a great young rock band. They're about the same age as me, in their mid 30s, late 20s, but maybe, I don't know. Anyways, but they've got 3 albums out, like I said. They've got, I can't remember that first album, but it's a picture of Arkansas with woods and stuff. Then they got Second Wind. Angel's a good song. Keep the Night on It, that's a great song. Angel's kind of a Rolling Stone type sounding song. But they've opened up shows for Foghat, Oyster Cult, and I just screwed that up. Reckless Kelly, I think, Whiskey Myers, Cody Cannon, Departed, Vanilla Ice, Bon Jovi. They've opened up for a lot of damn people. I'm trying to think of who else. And local bands like Stephen Napier and the Wild Hearts. They're kind of more on the bluesy side. Probably got some other ones. Great Askew. They've shared the stage with her. I think the Rune Sounds, that's a newer band that I just discovered when I went there because their album was on the wall. I was like, dude, it looks pretty cool, so I checked them out. But anyways, first video that I took, they kicked off with Keep the Night on It. And it's an upbeat song, the first song off of Second Wind. And apparently how the story went, how they come up with that song, is when a guy named Elliot S. Cotton was in the band. He used to play, I think, guitar and, they don't look good, shakers and tambourine. They do an amazing version. I'm not even drinking, I'm screwing my words up. They do an amazing version of Slow Ride by Foghat. But apparently that night they had an argument over a bottle of Jameson, and apparently it got pretty funny, I guess. And somebody in Nashville, they were in Nashville at the time, thought it was funny and said, let's do the song, you know. And I think the next day they went in and wrote the song, or wrote it that night or something. But there's actually, the story is actually on the video. So, and then they did a newer song called Bullet, which I think is kudos to Steve McQueen. And they did Tie Your Mother Down by Queen. And that originally was on A Day at the Races 1976 album. I do, when I do these reviews, I also throw in facts and stuff like that. I'd love to sing Queen, I never got to. Freddie Mercury passed away long before I was even knew who Queen was. And then, cool thing they did, afterwards they did a newer song called Still Crazy. And they did an instrumental introduction. And then during the middle they did Wes Jeans and Drew DeFrance did like a small guitar duel. Then they, last song that I did on that album, or not album, but video, was Burning For You, Blue Oyster Cult. Oh, that's hard to say even when you're sober. And then, like I said, did Champagne and Reefer by Muddy Waters. I said, check out good Lord, Eric. Check out Wes Jeans, he's great. He's got 2 studio albums on streaming platforms and a live album that I know of. And then I got them doing their version of Led Zeppelin's Black Dog. That was a great song. And then what I liked about it was that band lets all the singers sing, you know. Connor did some, and then during the middle of one of their sets, Charlie Askew got up there and did a 25 minute piano and song deal. None of it was originals, it was all covers. But like I said, he did Tiny Dancer, Elton John, Overjoyed by Stevie Wonder, and Going to California by Led Zeppelin. Trying to think what else. I can't remember. He did some other stuff too. I wish I would have got the whole thing, but I try to get songs they haven't done instead of the same one. So, and then another video they did a original, and I'm not for sure of the actual title of the song, but it says "Can't Stop" and "Here and Now." I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask Drew what the actual title of that song is. And then they did "What You Say" and "Good Lovin'." "Good Lovin'" reminds me a little bit of like a Poison type song. It's kind of really catchy, and those two were off the first album. So I think that's about it for that show. Like I said, check them out. Great band. I hope they keep doing better. They open up for a lot of damn artists, big artists, and like Bon Jovi. They got to open up for Bon Jovi down at Little Rock. I wish I would have been able to go to that one. I think the last album, No Longer a Stranger in Town, they got Neil Jones from American Aquarium to play steel and lap. Don't quote me, but I think so. And I wish I could remember that first album. It might have been a self-titled album, but anyway, it might have been Good Lovin'. I don't know. But check them out, DeFrance. Please subscribe to Expiring Music Writer. Please share, comment, like, dislike, suggest stuff, suggest songs I need to. I also do reviews of albums or songs, singles, EPs. I gotta get back to doing that. And, and if there's an album review you'd like me to do, let me know. And I'll see y'all later.